Have you grown up yet? I think I have, at least physically. As I entered adulthood, I often felt afraid of challenges, afraid of finding a job, of making enough to support myself, to care for my parents, to find time for love and friendship. There were times I felt like I was tangled in ropes, tight and burning against my skin. And I wondered, what if I just let go? There was a point when I used to think, if something feels too hard, just shove it into the basement of my mind. But then I realized, giving up is easy. What's harder and far cooler is to give it your all, to keep going. I didn't want to live a life of regret. I didn't want to miss the joys that youth brings. I didn't want to be a disappointment to my family, so I accepted the challenges of life. I stumbled, I got back up. And with every step, I grew more curious, more eager to explore the world. So, what does an adult life really look like? I used to ask myself that. And now, I think I know. It's exhaustion on one side, and being the shoulder your family can lean on the other. It's hiding your tears, but laughing brightly on the phone when you call home. It's wiping away red, swollen eyes, and still finding the strength to keep moving forward. Growing up means carrying the hopes of your loved ones, facing the pressure to become the best version of yourself, breaking old patterns, and rewriting your own path. But hey, just because you're not Einstein doesn't mean your life lacks meaning. Even in your most ordinary moments, there's something deeply valuable in you. My mom once told me only you can solve your own problems. But I think sometimes leaning on someone else isn't such a bad thing. I remember one time I decided to take the bus to school a little later than usual. I figured it'd be fine. It was early, after all. Then a friend who lived nearby offered me a ride. Not in a car, but on an old bicycle his dad had given him. It looked so slow. Surely the bus, with air conditioning and comfy seats, was the better choice, right? Still, I agreed. Maybe I didn't want to hurt his feelings. The bus sped past us like it was mocking our choice. I started to worry. We're gonna be late. But my friend just smiled and said, "That bus will get there after us. I'm sure of it." And surprisingly, he was right. Traffic had completely jammed the main roads, but our old bike flew along the motorbike lane, and we arrived 10 minutes early. That moment stuck with me. I thought I was making a smart decision by going alone, but maybe, just maybe, someone else's choice could lead to something better. That wasn't a one-time thing either. Every day after that, he'd stop by my house and give me a ride. I felt guilty at first, but he'd say, "I bring you to school so you save money, and I get to avoid being alone." That's just the kind of friendship we had. I once told him I always hold in my sneezes. He said that was bad for my body. Then he taught me a trick. Press the tip of your tongue against the back of your front teeth. It worked. Another tiny lesson. "You really know a lot of weird stuff," I teased once. He just smiled and said, "It's all from books." Funny thing is, I never actually saw him reading. Later, I learned that he couldn't afford to buy books, so he memorized what he read at the school library. That made me admire him even more. He was hardworking, brilliant, beloved by teachers. He even helped me highlight the key parts of our lessons. Because of that, I passed several important exams. Turns out the way I had been learning wasn't as effective as I thought. Another life lesson. But I wasn't useless either. I was really good at writing. And he often asked me to help revise his essays. We each had our strengths. And because we supported each other, we both grew stronger. In the eyes of our parents and ourselves. I remember the day I brought home a writing contest award. My mom was so happy, she read my entry over and over for 2 hours. It's noble to weather a storm on your own, but it's magical to watch the rainbow together after the rain. Today, that friend works at a company. I'm a freelancer. Our lives are different now, but we still talk when time allows. Some days we're too exhausted to solve our own problems. Some days there's no one beside us. Some days we don't even know how to comfort ourselves. We sit in a brightly lit room and still don't dare to cry. Some days your boss criticizes you. Your design gets rejected over a small mistake. You feel disappointed, angry. You worked so hard, but it's like stepping into a pit of mud. Yeah, there are days like that, but life moves on. Maybe right now you feel overwhelmed, like a tiny person in front of a giant called challenge. But my dear friend, you and I both know everyone has their own mission in this world. You don't have to carry it all at once. Hold on to the most important third right in front of you, and the rest will become lighter with time. Can I ask you something, my friend? On this journey of growing up, have you ever looked back with longing, wishing you could be a child again? What memory stands out to you? For me, being 17 was beautiful. No dreams to chase, no dreams to lose, no pressure to survive, no silent nights spent crying. Back then, my only sadness was getting scolded by my parents for playing too much and scoring too low. But after a good night's sleep, that sadness disappeared. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Now it's your turn, my friend. I hope my story made you feel a little better. You're never the only one carrying the weight of life. Growing up is inevitable, but if you ever need a place to share your heart, Rain-Zos will always be here for you, because life is full of unexpected things. Encounters, stories, books, moments that leave behind wisdom and meaning. And I'm here to share my thoughts with you, a kind, gentle soul who also has something to say.